That decision had weighed on her throughout the season, but she said Dawn Staley told her in the end, I will not let you fail, and that put her at ease.
I mean, they talk about confidence for Coach Staley to know that she believes in you that much. You're not going to fail. You know, you may take a while to get to where you need to go, but I'm not going to let you fail. And that's everything a player needs to hear, is that confidence from the coach.
Here came up with the block. Now, back in the paint, and she banks it home.
Good quick decisions, too, right? She doesn't hesitate. She knows what she wants to do with the ball. Puff Morris able to hang on to it.
3 ball off the mark from Jordan Spicer, the knockout champion from last night. And Jada Sybil headed to Tennessee. Boy, she excels in transition. She's going to fit just fine in Knoxville. Timeout for the West after a 7-0 run by the East.
Zaniyah Pearl just giving it right up to her future teammate. Tennessee Volunteer. Ooh, that's going to be a stacked team. Can't wait to see what Kim Caldwell can do with the extra speed she already has on the roster. She's going to add to it. It's good defense. Agat McCure. And then the fast break can start. So you getting stuck in scoring, where does it always begin, Ted? On the defensive end, and it'll lead to transition buckets, runouts, easy scores like this one.
Sybil, Prawl, and Paldo coming off the bench for the East tonight, Brooke, all headed to Tennessee. Kim Caldwell just got that contract extension this week, and she's got 3 McDonald's All-Americans coming her way.
It has been a good year to be a Caldwell, I'll tell you what. And now they're all 3 on the floor at the same time. So you really get a sense of a preview of what's coming to Knoxville.
By the way, Mia's twin sister, Maya, who is also in the ESPN 100, not a McDonald's All-American, she's a part of the class as well. Driving in, leaving it short is Addie Deal, Iowa's first McDonald's All-American since, yes, Caitlin Clark.
A big part of her decision going there, just being able to be in that culture. She certainly has the type of game that's going to fit really well there. I mean, just hustles, complete skill set, a tough, strong guard.
And by the way, Deal says that she was interested in Iowa before Caitlin. She loved the Megan Gustafson teams. She reached out to Iowa when she was a freshman in high school, modern day in California. She was just hoping that Iowa would recruit her. Well, the interest was mutual.
That always helps. He certainly has the talent that's just going to shine there. Zaniyah Pearl.
Left it short, long rebound. And McKeer chases it down. Shot clock resets. McKeer, not from the mid-range this time. Spicer trying to locate Eschmeyer, got its way to Bryn McCoy. And taken away by Jada Sybil.
What hustle by Sybil.
Sybil to Prawl to Paldo. The Lady Boys over the way to Agat McKeer for the finish.
Good to see SEC and the assists to each other, you know? They play nice.
McKeer, the future Gamecock. Now Paldo the steal. 3-on-1. And Paldo sets up Sybil for the deuce.
Paldo is everything that this game needed for the East. She's got the spice, the energy, the extra pass, and the vision. Okay, Puff. Okay, Puff.
Shot it for Puff Morris.
Cannot believe she even found the awareness to get that ball out of her hands, let alone see it go in.
Boy, this is fun with Morris and Paldo going at it at their size. McKeer off the mark. Spicer, unlimited range here. Gotta watch out. Oh, way off.
You see the West taking less quality shots now, and the East starting to make their move, getting closer and closer to the bucket. That one a little tough for Prawl, who didn't have numbers.
Inside a minute to go here in the first quarter. Remember, the West led 18-0 at the first time out. Down low Deal. And a foul called as she had the mismatch against the smaller Paldo.
You know, we talked about Paldo's just hustle, and then you got her teammate right here, Jada Sybil, keeping it in bounds, one ball to another. Into a Gamecock at the end, as you mentioned. Agat McKeer, just great job of hustling down the floor. Like, I love the way that she's involved defensively, offensively, got that great length and speed.
Loose ball underneath. And Civil, too strong. Missed the follow, but a foul called with 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Goes against Addie Deal. So Civil at the line from Paul Bay Magnet High School, Florida Space Coast. Gotta love the goggles for Jada Civil. Formerly in the 60s range of the ESPN 100, Brooke worked her way up all the way to number 32 in the country.
And you can see exactly why, right? The hustle plays, the rebounding. She's got a terrific high-rise mid-range game already. So now started to complement that with intense defense. And, you know, of course, the Lady Vols play that full court press, so she'll be right there with it. Good passing finally by the West. Look much more comfortable in that possession.
And Bryn McGoy with the finish, headed to Washington. Davis blocked by Alexandra Eschmeyer right before the buzzer. So the West scored the first 18 points of the game, and they've got a sizable lead after one.
You know, Puff Morris, get to know the name. Cal, getting a star with this one, but tonight she is shining in Brooklyn. We need to see this one again. At last, my love has come along.
All-American girls game here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Ted Emmerich, Brooke Weisbrod, our entire crew. ESPN NBA Wednesday doubleheader for you. The Eastern Conference leading Cavs with Donovan Mitchell hosting Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks at 7 Eastern. Then SGA and the Western Conference leading Thunder hosting the Pistons. Hope to get Kate Cunningham back. Coverage tips off with NBA Countdown at 6:30 Eastern. Yes, the legacy of the McDonald's All-American game. You see the faces just in that doubleheader all across the NBA, and you see it all across the WNBA as well.
And we have just been blessed with so much talent, especially in this building. I mean, tonight on the boys' end, you got the Boozer twins who are headed to Duke, of course, son of Carlos Boozer, who was a 1999 McDonald's All-American. And what a full circle moment. You'd love to see things like that happen, and players just clapping because Breanna Stewart just got introduced in the building.
Stewie and Angel Reese here at Barclays. And Zakiyah Johnson on the board for the East. Remember how good she was in the scrimmage a couple of days ago. It's first bucket by any starter for the East.
Nice pass. Oh,
That's missed it. And taken away by Aaliyah Crump. So starters for the most part back on the floor. Somfy, the big, bringing it up. Deflected by Morris. Swain recaptures it. And a foul call. Haley Swain from Holy Innocents Episcopal in Atlanta led her team to a state championship. Caleb Wilson, who we will see in the boys game, future North Carolina Tar Heel, also a student at Holy Innocents Episcopal. So what a night for that school.
And good representation headed out west, too. We mentioned Stanford getting 3 McDonald's All-Americans. So certainly will help them reload and get back and prepare to make the NCAA tournament next year. Love Swain's game, too. Just a smart heads-up player. Just felt like Stanford was a great fit for her. And you see Deadly with the left.
Betts with the powerful finish. Got through Swain there at the end. Johnson, the spin against D. Alexander. Oh, how about that?
Yeah, clearly the best athlete in this class and has just separated herself. Seeing that the other day in the scrimmage, she was able to make moves and get closer to the rim at a pace where nobody could keep up with, Ted. Her speed is incredible.
Alexander trying to save it for the West. And it belongs to the East.
Yeah, Zakiyah Johnson at 6 feet, but this got to be a longer wingspan. I mean, you just watch the way she moves. So quick and can lead the defense to where she doesn't want them to go, right? So she can kind of set them up and spin around just as an example of a move she can make.
Swain churning, and she's fouled. Yeah, Zakiyah Johnson says that she is so excited to play for Kim Mulkey at LSU. The way Johnson put it, she lets her players be who they are.
That makes sense. You know, I've seen it in action when being a part of the sideline in the SEC tournament in the past. Players will run through a brick wall for Kim Mulkey. She's able to relate to them on a player's level. You know, the psychology of how she gets the best out of them also it's just so special. And unless you're going on those recruiting trips and you know when you talk to players, you get a sense of that, you'd never know.
Nyla Brooks, a blur down the floor. She scoops it in, headed to North Carolina.
Yeah, her speed gives me so many just vibes of like Kennedy Todd Williams. You know, early days at North Carolina, has that all-around game that's going to fit really well.
3-ball for Isla McDowell. The Houston native going to South Carolina. Yeah, a McDowell in the McDonald's All-American game.
You heard that right.
She's never seen coming to America somehow. Swain with the 3 at the other end.
Yeah, Swain with a good response. Yeah, hard to believe, but, you know, that's kind of where it is. But people keep telling me I need to see the movie. It's like to help understand the context of this game and you being in it. Yes, absolutely a must watch.
Betts is fouled inside. Back to McDowell from downtown.
You know, asset of inside-out scoring, quick set and release. She has come D1 ready. The fitness, the footwork, and the follow-through.
Oh, we think of the late, great John Amos. Yes, the golden arcs over the golden arches. The Big Mick instead of the Big Mac. Isla McDowell, that will be on the watch list. Should be. We're in New York after all.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we know what happened in the end. Lisa was able to marry the Queen of Kings, so only good things to come for McDowell's. That's what I understand.
They should have just put the golden arcs on her jersey. It's just that slight difference in the design.
They're playing nice, you know, yeah. McDonald's and McDowell's in the same building.
That's right.
We're doing great.
12-point lead for the West. Johnson, oh, from long range, that's a 3.
Gotta love doing it right in front of Angel Reese, who had her phone out to capture the moment.
Johnson headed to LSU herself. McDowell for 2, off the mark, but an offensive board by Dariana Alexander. Brooks comes up with the steal for the East. And taken away by Alexander from Purcell Marion High School, your alma mater, Brooks.
Let's go, doing it for the city of Cincinnati, big time.
Knox couldn't hit.
And the biggest recruit for Cincinnati they'll get, so cannot wait to see her do special things. But meanwhile, we keep talking about the speed, and it carried over from the scrimmage to tonight.
So Johnson with another bucket, and the East has cut it to 7. Chavez too strong. East on the run again. Swain trying to pick up the loose ball. And back the other way.
Kim Mulkey and the LSU Tigers going to love this hustle, going to love this range. Angel Reese, 11-2, able to capture the moment for the Graham. And the East stopping the defense, stopping it with defense and getting it done on the offensive end. You know, the West is not even crashing the offensive glass anymore because they know the East are trying to get out and run.
Yeah, Johnson with 9 points here in the second quarter. The East starting lineup shut out the first 5 minutes of the game. West was up 18-0. Chavez in trouble, got bumped, and had it knocked free, but it'll stay with the West. Don Carpel fired up, head coach of the East, St. John Vianney High School, right down the Garden State Parkway in Holmdel, New Jersey. Such an honor for the coaches in addition to the players selected to this prestigious game. Late in the shot clock, Skinner. Oh, swallowed up by Brooks, but a foul is called. And Nyla Brooks will tell you that was all ball.
Ooh, little Carolina Duke rivalry in action right here. Ooh, Skinner with a terrific drive. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with a little body on that one. It was all ball up top. But hit it with the body. Good drive, too. Strong drive from Skinner. Think we'll see them meet up a little more times at the basket like that.
Can't wait for that the next few years, right? Either in Chapel Hill or Durham. Coach of the West is Cheryl Krompetich, the Coach K of girls high school basketball, if you will. Head coach at Bishop Gorman High School in Nevada, 5-time Nevada state champion.
Right, lots of syllables, 2 vowels, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of success too, right?
Yes. Skinner again in transition. Knox got some by off her feet, couldn't hit. Skinner gives the West another crack at it. And Skinner floats it home.
She is so crafty, isn't she? I mean, just incredibly controlled with the basketball. And stone cold too. Like, it is game face all the time from Emily Skinner. I love it.
3 ball for Haley Swain, another one here in the quarter.
West Coast, she says, I'm coming. Lots of family in the house, too. She had her name announced and was one of the loudest in the building.
Everybody making the trip from Atlanta. Isla McDowell on the drive.
Hey, everybody. It's crazy that Grace
is
Zakiyah is
generational type
right
of
now.
player with the way she's able to post up from anywhere, right? We talked about positionless players.
How about that? Speaking of.
Yes.
Hey, guys.
And a timeout for the East. They have cut it to 6.
All right, East. We see you showing up. We knew it was not going to be long before you got involved in this game. Just need a little bit of defense and a little bit of love right here from the outside. Laura Sampai headed to Stanford.
Headed to Stanford? I was thinking Nuno Aguera would possibly enter, but she did not. All right, guys. How is everybody doing? How am I holding up? It's been a lot. It's been a long couple of hours since LSU lost. First of all, thank you to all of our seniors. Of course, Anissa Morrow, Amani Barlett, Glass Terpoa, and Cheyenne Day Wilson. So thank you for all of our seniors. There was some news that came out regarding Samaya Smith. So LSU Samaya Smith did enter the transfer portal. She was a redshirt sophomore, so she does have 2 years of eligibility remaining. Samaya was playing some of her best ball in the NCAA tournament. And yeah, tough loss for LSU. Coach Mulkey didn't address it specifically, but she did do her weekly radio show, and she was just talking about how hard it is, even if your player loves you and really likes the program, etc. There's certain NIL deals and compensation packages that these kids just can't pass up. So I wish Samaya the absolute best. She gave LSU 3 years of her time. She's a national champion at LSU with the 2023 team. So I wish her the absolute best. I know she's gonna ball out wherever she goes. I've been hearing some rumblings of Texas schools, I think Baylor, I think TCU. And she is a Desto native, so she'll be headed home close to her family, which is very important to her. I wish Five well. I hope she does great wherever she goes. Now, Kim Mulkey did say in her interview today, and we'll have some kids get in the portal. She didn't say we have a kid get in the portal. We will have some kids get in the portal. So we are very on top of our toes until April 23rd. That is when the portal officially closes. So keep your eyes and ears open. If there's any news, I trust Leah Goodman, Matthew Burns to give us information on anything on Greek sports. Be careful today with it being April Fool's Day, of course, but the game is back.
Anybody in this tournament right now. So it's going to be a challenge for UCLA, but I mean, I can't wait. You got the Texas and South Carolina rematch. I mean, those two go at it. I would be surprised if that game gets in the 60s. We'll see. I got so much pride defensively on both sides of the club, and just cannot wait to see what next weekend has. I mean, Sienna's going to get to watch her big sister and then join her next year.
That's it. Sienna Betts, sister Lauren in this game. Isla McDowell knocks it down for 3.
Looks so confident, too, with the shot, right? Just a quick release. Ready to catch and shoot and make a play defensively. Ready to get back.
And Sybil sets up Jalea Davis for the bucket. The East was down 18-0 the first 5 minutes. Boy, what a second quarter they put together to cut this to single digits. Davidson over the top. McCoy the offensive rebound. Picked up. McDowell's got the hot hand. Why not?
Give to him, Isla. Let him know you're heading to South Carolina with an exclamation point. I don't know about that number 22. We might have to bump that up before tonight.
Man, no kidding. McDowell, the first player in double figures tonight. The 10. Prawl with the step back. 1-2. McKeer an offensive board. In and out. And Jazzy Davidson with the rebound for the West. From Clackamas, Oregon, headed to USC. The kick, Spicer. McCoy with the offensive rebound. Spicer is fouled.
Everybody take a deep breath now. You can see the legs starting to get a little heavy out here. It has been an incredible week, though. I mean, you're talking about 1 or 2 practices a day, events, meetings, all day long, not to mention the competition last night at the Sprite Jam Fest. So it's just been an incredible week. And so for these ladies to still have energy at all just is incredible to watch, but they love being here.
Spicer says that she made the decision in the 5th grade. She wanted to be good, and so her dad, Bill, was with her in the gym every day from that point. She learned how to shoot like this.
So many other types of stories as well. You know, Spicer talked about how important her dad was to her and said, hey, if you're not going to put the work in, you know, somebody else is going to do it. And being able to live and understand that. You know, Leah Chavez, big reason of her success, her and her dad out there. And you got to have somebody out there rebounding for you. It makes a difference.
Spicer, short this time. Davidson couldn't reverse it in. But Davidson comes up with the steal. And Jazzy Davidson, so smooth, and 1.
Telling you why she is one of the most versatile, has a utility player written all over her. Look at this, incredible defense and length, awareness, strength, and then the finish, the concentration. That is so many different skill sets just in one play. Heads up move from Davidson headed to USC. Going to be an incredible asset to that team.
Considered the most complete perimeter player in the class. She told us the other day she grew up loving Candace Parker and has modeled her game after the legend.
Yeah, you can see it.
Davidson got a piece of Paldo, but a little more than the ball. Foul called. So Mia Paldo to the line, the only McDonald's All-American in the girls game from the tri-state area this year. Told us how proud she is to represent Morris Catholic in New Jersey, about 24 miles to the north.
What I love, too, about the way that she's approached her whole career so far is that she knows the date she will be going to Tennessee. She said, on June 16th, we're moving in. I'm ready. Her dad has been training her. He's her manager. They do media training. Jazzy Davidson continues to impress, just left-handed. Nightmare out there on the floor, but you call it incredible leadership as well.
How about the hustle play of Puff Morris coming up with the steal? Alexander trying to find either Spicer or Davidson. Couldn't connect with either. Out to the east.
Davidson, read the screen, and there's so much of this at the next level of the read of the screen and roll. How will you attack it? I mean, perfectly executed to see that the defense was not going to double team her. She had the middle of the lane open, so she took the easy shot.
Davis.
Charge.
Oh, offensive foul as D. Alexander took the charge.
Let's go, Cincinnati. Do it for the city out there. Love the setup. Great defense for Cincinnati. It's going to be a big contender in the Big West now, or out west. And so she takes that charge, gets right in front. You got to take that contact. And the Big 12 getting a good one there.
Morris on the attack against Sybil. And Sybil takes it away. Ahead to her future college teammate, Mia Baldo. Future Lady Vols on the connection there. Morris well short. Kroll might have gotten a piece of it. Sybil, the wraparound, once again. A couple of future Lady Vols hooking up there.
Okay, East cutting it down here right before halftime. See, they get another stop, but Davidson got something else to say about that. She is a one-woman wrecking crew.
30 seconds to go in the half. Paldo over McCoy. She trains it.
Yes, she will. All 5'5" of her willing to take that shot, acting like the biggest player on the floor.
Over to 6'2", Bryn McGoy there. Shot clock dark now for the West. Chance to go back up double digits. Morris. No. Final seconds. Kroll. And the East doesn't even get a shot off. West had the big early lead. East slicing the deficit, which is 9 at the break.
Great comeback by the East. It took the hustle and the defense to get there. A little speedy from Zakiyah Johnson. This no problem. And meanwhile, the West doing it from outside early.
Oh, great presentation, Tim. Could you email me the part about Guy making it easy to switch and save hundreds?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You don't know my name, dear.
Of course.
Can anybody hear me? Is it working? Is it clear or is it still broken? Okay. I switched to a different mic, but I'm gonna go to the store and just buy a mic. But yeah, guys, welcome. I hope you all are doing well. we are watching Zakiyah Johnson and Grace Knox. They are on separate teams. So in white, you're looking for number 23, and in black, you're looking for number 11. Okay. Shout out to our girls. Zakiyah.
And the LSU Tigers going to love this hustle, going to love this range. Angel Reese, 11-2, able to capture the moment for the Graham. And
Tweeted, I like these new LSU babies coming in. This actual tears in my eyes.
love you giving me.
But yeah, that was Anissa's last game.
This time to Grace Knox. Your Duke Blue Devil. Another nice pass. This
Tiger crying. I didn't even realize that was Zakiyah who made her
your Duke Blue Devil. Another nice pass. This time to Grace Knox. Counted and one. Your Duke Blue Devil.
Yeah, we are back, guys.
Of the 2025 McDonald's All-American Girls game here in Brooklyn. Well, last night here at Barclays Center was all about the Sprite Jam Fest. The very best in the class of 2025 showing off their skills, including Michael Brown Jr. The Louisville Cardinal caught his shot in the three-point contest, and he hit just about every shot. Michael Brown breezing his way to the boys' title. On the girls' side, Aaliyah Chavez, the #1 player in the nation, heading to Oklahoma, was the favorite, and Aaliyah Chavez delivered on that kind of hype. Money ball after money ball from Chavez. So that set up the battle of champions, boy versus girl, much like Steph versus Sabrina last year during All-Star Weekend. Chavez could not keep up with Michael Brown Jr. in the final. Brown with a score of 28. Max score, by the way, is 34. And Michael Brown wins the three-point contest at the Sprite Jam Fest. Sports Center Top 10, you better believe it, for Michael Brown Jr. What about the dunk contest that closed out the night? A.J. DiBonsa, the future BYU Angels wings to soar over one of the judges, Angel Reese, in the first round. A perfect score for DiBonsa. But Tunde Yesufu, the future Baylor Bear, takes home the title with this jam in the final. Give him the Sports Center Top 10, Shane, and the trophy as well. Such a fun night at the Sprite Jam Fest every single year. Chavez and Brown, three-point champions. Brown, the overall winner. Yesufu, the dunk champ. Jordan Spicer and Nicholas Jimenia won the knockout competitions. Well, the Morgan Wooten National Player of the Year on the girls' side is Sienna Betts. What a resume coming out of Grandview High School in the Denver. She will team up with her sister and also a McDonald's All-American, Lauren Betts, who has led the Bruins to their first ever Final Four. Brooke Weisbrod,
And here with
able
Sienna
to catch
Betts,
up
the
with
2025 Wooten Award winner, of course, given not only to the nation's top player on the court, but a lot of the times for the achievements that they get and contribute to off the court. When you first heard about being the award winner and knowing how important it is for you to commit to those off the court activities, what did it mean to you?
You know, I was really grateful to be considered for such an amazing award, and I'm just really proud of the growth I've had as a human being and as a player, and I'm really grateful that I was able to show both in such a prestigious way.
Coming out of Centennial, Colorado, you're the state's all-time leading rebounder, two-time straight state champion, three-time, excuse me, thank you for correcting me. Just an incredible high school career. And so as you now step into the McDonald's All-American spotlight, receiving that news, what do you kind of hope to get out of this experience?
Yeah, I just hope to get great memories. These are such amazing players on the guys and girls side, and it's just so amazing to have this opportunity to play together and just make such great memories on and off the court. We're all going to college in a couple months, so this is our last time getting to be together until we're all like rivals.
And you will actually join your sister as a teammate at UCLA. Of course, made the Final Four for the very first time in Bruins history. I mean, how excited are you to not only join her, but to become a part of that legacy and help build on it?
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of her and her growth. She has grown so much, and people don't recognize that. And I'm so proud of her ability to just continue growing even when people attack her, and I'm really proud for the coaches as well. They are such amazing people and amazing coaches, and the other girls too. Everyone has worked so hard, and I'm happy they're getting the recognition they deserve, and I'm so grateful to join that and make any kind of be any type of help I can be next season.
Awesome, Sienna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, the McDonald's All-American Games have benefited Ronald McDonald House Charities every year since the inception in 1977. The All-Americans visit a local Ronald McDonald House every year, and this year was no different. Saturday, all 48 All-Americans visited the Ronald McDonald House in New Hyde Park, Queens. The players had so much fun with the families and children who were supported by the charity. And now here's more on RMHC and the terrific work they do. So glad to be joined by Katie Fitzgerald, the global president and CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities. Katie, we know how integral RMHC is to the McDonald's All-American Games and the players' experience every single year. Share with us the mission of RMHC and who you serve.
Yeah, it's so great to be here. It's so much fun. And, what we're really about, what we've been about for 50 years is making sure families have the support they need so they can care for their children when their children are seriously ill or injured. And, I'm a parent. I think so many people, obviously, we've got parents here with their kids who are part of the McDonald's All-American teams. It's everyone's worst nightmare to ever hear that your child has a serious illness, that a child's been in a serious accident, or God forbid you have a baby too early. So what Ronald McDonald House Charities has been doing for 50 years is making sure that we are there to support families when they're supporting their children in these really extreme healthcare journeys.
So how can people now get involved and support all the great work that you're doing?
Yeah, so there's so many ways to get involved. One of the things that people don't often understand is that we do more than housing. So yes, we have almost 400 houses around the world, but we provide support to families in houses. So that's transportation and meals and psychosocial support and even accredited classrooms that we have in houses for the children or siblings. So volunteering is great. So people can volunteer, go to rmhc.org and find your local chapter and volunteer. Making donations is always critical. And I would say to the listening audience, round up at your nearest McDonald's. So round up for RMHC. Every little bit adds up and helps us make sure that we can be there for millions of families around the world.
Such important work. Katie, thanks so much for the time. All the best to you and the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Thank you so much.
We are at the break in Brooklyn, and the second half of the McDonald's All-American Girls game comes your way next.
You trying to get better at your footwork?
Yes. Pivots,
MK Williams has posted Zakiyah Johnson. Let me smile for a second because I'm telling you, there's been so many rumors. Wait, did the game drop or something? Are y'all still here? Thank you. I really hope Michaela was saved. Oh, okay. But yeah, Michaela Williams just posted Zakiyah Johnson. We're safe, y'all. We're safe. I'm telling you, Michaela Williams leaving. Like, I almost need her to do a Audi post. Yeah, I understand, Chantel. What you making for dinner, boo? But yeah. Whew. Her posting Zakiyah just put so much peace in my heart, and I hope Thor is staying. That's still big. Like, we're waiting for what Thor is doing. But yeah, I don't want that. No, 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 no. Y'all can't hear me? MK saying MK hasn't announced anything. No, I did not say MK leaving. No. Maybe my mic is working. No.
Welcome you back to the
I
2025
just said
McDonald's All-American
Zakiyah
Girls
Johnson.
game
Highlight
here
the
in
game.
Brooklyn. The West up
That's what I was thinking.
54-45. We've
I'll
got
play in the night.
some of the
I
very
was
best
I was
high school basketball players in the nation, future stars of the college game and beyond, both on the girls' side and coming up 9 Eastern on ESPN on the boys' side. We'll see the number one player in the class, A.J. DeFonsa.
Okay.
We'll see Chris
Okay.
Sinak Jr. They shined in the dunk contest. Tunde Yesufu, headed to Baylor, won the dunk contest. We hope you're with us on ESPN, 9 Eastern, for the McDonald's All-American Boys game. And we hope you're with us later this week for Chipotle Nationals. A number of the players that we'll see tonight, both on the girls and the boys side, will participate in the 16th annual tournament that crowns high school national champions on both the boys and the girls sides. Championship games for both coming up on Saturday. So glad that you're with us here tonight from Barclays Center. I'm Ted Emmerich along with Brooke Weisbrod. And yeah, we get the chance to see that next crop of stars and the skill level that has been on display here in the girls game, off the charts.
Yeah, didn't disappoint whatsoever. The West jumping out to an 18-0 lead. Of course, Aaliyah Chavez, the number one player in this class, hits a three, the net doesn't even move. That's how we start the game. And she's just such an incredible talent too, Ted, because she grew up and said she wasn't even athletic. So this is all hard work, and that's the three that I'm talking about. Getting used to seeing that. Doing it for the shorts too as well. I'm loving it. Bringing back the 90s look. Aaliyah Chavez out in transition, getting some help from her teammate Jazzy Davidson, who's been a problem. Her length, her speed, her vision, all of that has been a nightmare for the East tonight, as the West has not only gotten the lead, but kind of gotten back the momentum here late in that second quarter, Ted.
And how about it got McKeer helping lead the East back in it after they were down 18-0. McKeer coming off the bench, top 5 player in the class, going to South Carolina. She was able to put some in to give the East some life, along with Zakiyah Johnson.
It doesn't happen. They come off the bench very much, right? Probably not too often in their career, but just what the East needed. And the SEC here to save the day between South Carolina and LSU. That was a three that Johnson hit, just one of many scores, both inside the paint and out. The East able to establish their aggressive mentality in the second quarter.
Yeah, Johnson leading the East with 9 points and a couple of double-figure scores for the West, including Jazzy Davidson, the future USC Trojan, and Isla McDowell headed to South Carolina along with McKeer. They are on opposite teams tonight. They'll be teammates next year in Columbia. Man, what a fun night. We showed Brianna Stewart earlier. Again, this is the home of the New York Liberty, won the WNBA title last year. Angel Reese is here as well. And Kathy Engelbert as well, the commissioner of the WNBA. There is more of a WNBA presence at the McDonald's All-American Girls game than there really ever has before. which is really cool to see.
Yeah, great to see Stewie right there in the building with her McDonald's jersey on, by the way.
course.
So not only representing, but for the style. And yeah, you love to see it. I mean, that connection, it's close. The McDonald's All-American pipeline to WNBA tends to go a lot quicker than just the 4 years through college, but it's great to see because we talked to these players. We said, listen, on the other side of 4 years of college, you're going to be right here in the WNBA. What do you want to see? It's the next level for women's game. Aaliyah Chavez is the next level for the women's game. You're going to see and hear about her many, many more times.
What a pass by Sienna Betts to set up Chavez, such a strength in her game. Emily Skinner comes away with it. Had 6 assists in the first half. Headed to Duke, blocked by Kaylin Carroll there. Carroll going to Kentucky. Swain against Betts, and the rejection by Betts.
Yeah, Betts, terrific passer as well to go along with the defense, and loses the ball there, but she's got good vision. Understands the timing of blocks too. It's not just about getting the block shot, but keeping it in bounds and doing it without fouling.
Sienna Betts told us, you touched on it the first half, Brooke. We asked her to compare her game to her sister Lauren, of course, at UCLA. Sienna's going to join her next year. And Sienna says, I'm more of a modern big. How about another pass by Betts? This time to Skinner. My sister's, she's more of a throwback. I can do a little bit more. Of course she's going to say that.
Well, you know what? Sienna really likes the game of Nikola Jokic, so I feel like she's really trying to mimic the way that he's able to pass, step out, get that range. West again, the passing and the spacing. Here she is catching to the top of the key. Skinner doing the old give and go. The hustle play for the deuce.
Betts says she takes such pride in passing. She loves the assist more than the bucket. Off the steal, Haley Swain going to Stanford. Off the mark from Kaylin Carroll. Chavez, the #1 player in the class. Whoa! The aura of Aaliyah Chavez.
How about that for body control, stop and pop, and the handles?
Crump misses the 3 at this end. Leah Crump still scoreless, top 5 player in the class, signed with Texas. Skinner got the screen from Alexandra Eschmeyer. Oh, another block by Carroll. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the West.
Watch the control here, Aaliyah Chavez. This comes from repetition, understanding the timing of the release of the ball too. I mean, that was a quick move of any, just one dribble pull up.
Wait, the shot clock, Eschmeyer with the fancy footwork.
Great step through, another player headed to Stanford. The length at 6'5", just what they need.
So the West opened the game on an 18-0 run. Haley Swain with the bucket to end a 9-0 run that the West opened the second half with. Off the hands of Knox. Johnson, the hit ahead to Swain for 2 more.
Swain's got a motor that just never gets tired. She's beating everybody up the floor here these last few minutes. And we're deep in the third quarter and a long week of basketball. So anybody that's got energy left right now, it's impressive.
Grace Knox, an offensive rebound. And Knox, the future LSU Tiger, gets it to drop.
Here's what I liked about Grace Knox. Last night she was in the knockout contest, three-point contest, and the dunk contest. And was unable to get a dunk down until they let her have an additional try. And you know what? Got out there and did it. And sometimes it's not always about the result. It's about getting out there and making sure you try. She came up to us afterwards and was like, hey, you know, my bad, my bad. It's like, Grace, you're out there trying. And that's the win of it all, is to put yourself under that spotlight.
Crump knocks down a 3. She's on the scoreboard. And to your point, Brooke, so many players during the Sprite Jam Fest, they wonder, oh, should I participate in this? Should I do that? Grace Knox is fearless.
Right. That's what you appreciate. I mean, Corey Alexander had to convince some of the guys to get in it, right?
Yep, in the dunk contest as well.
Look,
yes.
You earn the spotlight. If you got the skill to do it, go out there and test it.
So many are worried about, oh, can I really nail this dunk and what's going to be like? I'm on TV. No, go out there and show your stuff. Like that from Alexandra Eschmeyer. Blocking the shot.
I like the way she tracks the ball without fouling. Again, it's blocking without fouling and doing it against a 6'2" player in Carroll who's got long reach.
You know what? Alexandra Eschmeyer has strong bloodlines as well. Mom, Christina, former leading scorer in the Big Ten at Northwestern in 1998. Dad, Evan, played at Northwestern and 4 years in the NBA. West couldn't control it. East ball. Mia Paldo back on the floor for the East. We led the charge with that second unit in the first half. And KK Carroll gets one to go down. That's a three.
Good drawn up play too. And the dish quick from Mia Paldo off the screen and roll. And a badly needed three for the East.
Betts following her own miss. And with a third opportunity, Betts converts. Paldo blazing all the way to the cup.
If you're not going to pay attention to Paldo, she's going to make you pay. She goes full court, 1-on-5 finishes.
Well, Chavez putting the moves on Paldo now. Short. And grabbed by the East. Carroll ahead to Nyla Brooks for two.
Don't look now. We got a 10-point game. East remembering that scrimmage, that double overtime loss, trying to avenge it here tonight.
Second unit's been their best unit.
Oh.
That's blocked inside.
Yeah, Carroll got a good piece of that, but did commit the foul. Betts so strong, able to get position. And Sienna Betts does follow in the footsteps of her sister in terms of the strength, the resilience, getting after the board. Stay on her. She's going to get that bucket, no doubt.
Get one of 6 McDonald's collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece McNuggets with
it seems like I ain't in it. I kick my feet up on the jet and I just reminisce. I remember we was in the jet, ain't think I live like this, but I did by the rollie, I'm ahead of my time, baby. You know that I'm ahead of my time. You can take these diamonds on my neck and I can bet I'ma shine, baby. Man, I bet I can shine. Coast to coast, I'm going and I'm flowing on the PJ. I've been torn, I ain't been to sleep in 3 days. Live like when you on, when you gone, you can't replay.
Stern. Couple of McDonald's All-Americans on both of those teams. Pistons and the Thunder to finish off the night. NBA Countdown starts things off at 6:30 Eastern. Think of Brunson, you think of Towns, Kate Cunningham. This goes on and on. Darius Garland and the Cavaliers. 48th McDonald's All-American games here. Third quarter of the girls' game, and one player unable to participate tonight. Leah Macy for the East from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, the Notre Dame signee, top 20 player in the nation, suffered a knee injury in January, but she's still a part of the whole celebration over the last few days.
Yeah, still wants to be a part, you know, be on the bench there and be involved. And you hate to see any player go down, and especially in a game like this, you want to be able to showcase that skill set. And you always know, especially players who are headed to the next level, playing in games like this, she's going to take this opportunity and learn about the game, ask as many questions as she can, soak it up from her teammates, but will be ready to contribute on the campus at South Bend this season.
You see the headlines with the transfer portal opening. She might be wondering exactly who her teammates will be in South Bend.
Kate Cabal announced today she's headed out, and of course, the biggest news from Notre Dame, Olivia Miles.
Poldo with the pass ahead to Jaliyah Davis. Well, that was laser-like.
Jaliyah Davis, big-time player with the offensive board to set.
Oh, Jazzy Davis to the rim. She puts it in with a foul.
I don't know how these players are getting more energy as the game is going on, but that's exactly what's happening. Jazzy Davidson going up against two incredibly good defenders in Prawl and Agat McKeer, excuse me, and is going to be able to get herself two at the line. Or one at the line, I should say, DM1.
Alexander with the offensive board, though. Good luck for Addie Deal. And Denaya Prawl rips it away for the East. 10-point game. Spicer with the deflection out of bounds. Still East ball. Most of that second unit out there for the East. Oh, Poldo stepped out. She knows it.
Yeah.
Boy.
Those little moments are going to be costly as we get down further and further in this game, but there's been so many great possessions. I mean, I think we're definitely going to hit the 100 on the West side. Not sure if the East is going to get there, but I think the West, if they continue to score the way they have, especially lately, these last few minutes, they could get there.
Oh, what a pass by Davidson. Deal could not finish in traffic. Poldo. Mia Poldo is a dynamo. She set up Nyla Brooks.
So smooth with it, too. The delivery in the place at the right hands at the right time for Nyla Brooks.
Alexander tied up.
Gotta love when a point guard can set you up. Barreling down the middle of the lane. Terrific bounce pass. I mean, this is fundamental, but also pretty darn fun to watch.
I mean, Brooks, smallish guard from New Jersey. You can't help but think of Hannah Hidalgo.
Yeah, and look at all the terrific point guards that are headed into college basketball next season. And we're getting a little taste tonight, just the skill set there. And of course, you know, Mia Poldo being from New Jersey, there's just a special type of player and the attitude that comes from New Jersey. I'm talking about the toughness of Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, all the Mabrys. And yes, I know I'm going Notre Dame strong, but they're the first players I think of when I think of New Jersey.
Deal with the left-handed pass to Alexander. Now Poldo against Deal. Step back three. An air ball. Deal on the break. And Poldo reached in there. Knocked it out.
Good inside passing from the West. Just high-low, simple plays down low to Alexander for the finish. If West can just play patiently, not that they want to run the clock and play patient in this game.
Oh, back to the basket. And Deal is able to flip it in.
She's crafty, isn't she? Just knows, again, right place, right time. And is a player who moves well without the basketball, which I feel like is a requirement at Iowa.
Oh, Davidson denies Civil. Spicer the other way. Missed the layup. Davidson trying to follow. Alexander plucks it, but she stepped out.
Watch the way that Jazzy Davidson able to time that block. That one with her offhand to the right, keeping in balance and letting the fast break flow for the West. I mean, she's just going to be a one-woman transition bucket, right? She's going to get the block, go full court, and finish strong.
She says what separates me is what I do without the ball in my hands.
Yeah.
Big reason she's a top 3 player in the class. Johnson missed the scoop. Davidson again. Lost her balance.
Pass it to Angel Reese.
Angel would love to play, but she wasn't able to play in her McDonald's game because of the
That's right.
pandemic.
Give
But
her jersey.
that's not going to help the West tonight.
Well, we're comfortable with Angel putting the jersey on. I'm not sure about Speedy, who's kind of sitting over to her right. He airballed pretty badly last night, was trying to make up for it after the event, but yeah, I'm going to trust Angel with the ball.
Speedy and Angel were judges for the dunk contest last night. Foul called as Sybil stripped Davidson there. Yeah, good to see them courtside here for the game after last night at the Sprite Jam Fest.
And AJ DeBonsa, of course, jumping over Angel Reese to
Unreal.
score a perfect 50.
Reese was like, "You sure about this?"
Yeah.
Hey, I got you, AJ. I can clear you, no problem. And he did. Foul on the open floor. It's on Alexander. So Kai Johnson, part of that #1 recruiting class going to LSU, along with her opponent tonight from the West, Grace Knox. Paldo harassed. Oh, the no look to Davis. Paldo again with X-ray vision.
You know, she's got that energy and that spark, exactly what the East needs right now. She was the one that really led that comeback the other day in their scrimmage. You need her energy. Her decision-making right now has been excellent.
Sybil all the way. Too strong. Taken by D. Alexander. Highest ranked recruit in Cincinnati women's basketball history. And Alexander does it herself.
It's a strong move from Alexander. You get a sense of what you're going to get at Cincinnati. She's able to put the ball on the floor, finish with the best of them. Oh, the no look. Oh, she's going to get fans off their feet in Knoxville. It'll be so exciting.
Mia Paldo told us, just being from New Jersey, I feel like we're known for our shiftiness and craftiness, and that describes her game perfectly. Davidson with the air ball. Mia Paldo with 6 assists tonight. She's got 6 for the East. Emily Skinner's got 6 dimes for the West. Final minute of the third here in Brooklyn. Johnson rising over McDowell, future SEC opponents. He's got it back. Sybil also go to the SEC in Tennessee. And a foul. Boy, somebody put it in eventually, but I think the whistle blew before she put it up.
Said somebody just make a basket.
Yeah. Laura Solfi will be at the line for 2. Product of Adelaide, Australia. One of 3 future Stanford Cardinal in this game here tonight. And maybe Australia's next great post player. Yes, she has heard the comparisons. Lauren Jackson, Liz Cambridge, or Solfi, her own player.
Dejanay Carrington, Courtney Williams taking a seat. Rakia Jackson as well.
Yes.
All kind of WNBA stars in the building.
Stars are out in Brooklyn. Shot clock turned off for the West. Deal behind the back against Sybil. And Deal, the real deal for the West. Final seconds. Oh, Swain had it stripped. Alexander to Davidson. Solfi got a piece of that. And time runs out in the third. So the West up 13 on our way to the 4th of the 22nd McDonald's All-American Girls game.
Addie Deal headed to Iowa. A little behind the back shiftiness. Maybe somebody that could do that at Iowa once.
McDonald's meets the Minecraft universe.
For Friday night in Tampa, Texas and South Carolina, our first semifinal, fourth time they've met this season. That's at 7 Eastern. Then UConn and UCLA Bruins in the Final Four for the first time ever. Final Four pregame special from Tampa beginning 6 o'clock. Sue Bird, Dinah Taurasi have their own commentary. ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. Brianna Stewart, Dejanay Carrington, so many stars. Angel Reese here for the McDonald's All-American Girls game as we start the fourth quarter. And Puff Morris starts it off with a triple for the West. They're up 16.
Puff said, I'm trying to get y'all to go night-night. Doing it early. Puff Morris, we've seen her crafty and creative around the basket, now stepping out.
She's worked so hard on the three over the last year. Brooks misses for the East. And that's what helped Morris become the player that she is now.
Able to make her announcement in time to really understand what's needed at that next level. And Charmin Smith able to have that conversation with her, and she knows she took that away and said, hey, I got to get better at my three-point, got to read situations better.
Leah Crump headed to Texas. No, offensive board. Swain missed on the reload, but Crump is down there to clean it up.
Great extra effort. Vic Schaefer's going to love that in Texas. He knows rebounds are the key to getting to a Final Four.
And Bryn McGoy's fouled for the West.
Here's Leah Crump headed to Texas, of course, and we'll have to do a lot of that in the SEC. Just fight for those second chances. Such a tough player, though. She really enjoys being down there and just getting into, the best of it. With the post players, you just got to be strong down there and establish yourself.
And this is an extra special honor for Aaliyah Crump. Great-grandparents Jay and Gloria were McDonald's franchise owners in the 1960s. In fact, Gloria, now 94 years old, is still active with the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
That's incredible. Have that type of connection, of course. The Ronald McDonald House Charity, that day where they go to the Ronald McDonald House, typically the most favorite day of the players. They connect with the kids. They're able to spend time. They made some cookies with them, able to play some video games. Great experience overall for these young players.
And a lot of the players told us on Saturday, Brooke, that the kids were thanking the players. And the players are like, why are you thanking us? We should be thanking you. You have inspired us. Such a critical part of the whole McDonald's All-American game experience. Swain got it to twirl down.
Strength from Swain, you see it. Able to push back a couple of defenders on her way to the basket.
Morris on the other side of that Stanford-Cal rivalry, setting up Eschmeyer, who's going to Stanford, so Cal and Stanford can actually get along.
They can. Here tonight, but that's about it.
Crump on the drive, cut off by Knox, lost it out of bounds. Well, that is the fun thing about this game. Yes, future college teammates, future rivals, maybe teammates in this game or on opposite sides. The chemistry can start to develop here. Oh, Bryn McGoy with a nice finish.
Footwork for Bryn McGoy to catch it and then still stay balanced. Nice dish from Chavez.
Led Central Valley High School to a state championship in Spokane, Washington this year. Oh, Knox rips down the rebound. That is one of her strengths. One of many. McGoy had it knocked away. Eschmeyer throwing it up. And cleared by Denia Prawl. Signed with Tennessee. And Prawl, oh, Knox got a piece of that. Maybe McGoy as well. Brooks with the steal. And Knox swats it away. Do not challenge Grace Knox.
Grace Knox might have broken somebody's camera with this block. Look how hard she throws it out of bounds. Love the timing and the intensity of Knox, who has this really sort of soft-spoken way about her, how she walks into the building and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, here comes the firepower.
There is an edge that LSU's going to love, and there's her future teammate in Baton Rouge, Zakiyah Johnson.
Oh, they are going to be problems. And think about the post players that came through LSU just recently with Angel Reese and, of course, Anissa Morrow. And how many more rebounds are going to be up for grabs here with those two in the game?
Well, yeah, you said it to Grace Knox the other day. It feels like you're going to be able to fit right in with Morrow moving on. She agreed. It's a great fit for her.
Yeah, I think it really is because of the style of her game, how she really likes to play.
There's McKeer with a block on Puff Morris. He'll stay at this end, though.
And McKeer has an incredible, quiet intensity about her. You know, she approaches the game with a serious matter, and here comes Puff trying to put up another highlight. McKeer says, no way, not having any of that.
What a wingspan of a God McKeer. Something to behold. Spicer in and out. Spicer, one of the best shooters in the class, had a tough night. 0 for 5 from 3. And a foul with Calder defending Morris. So 15-point lead with just over 6 minutes to play. Sienna Betts and Emily Skinner back on the floor for the West. Both have made a huge difference for the West here tonight. McKeer trying to get past Jazzy Davidson.
Great defense by Jazzy Davidson, staying in front.
Oh, Sybil off balance.
That's when we talk about that high riser, that mid-range game, and her strength to be able to jump, take contact, and finish. Speaking of that,
Skinner! Count it, +1. What a game she's had.
Can we change the name to Stone Cold Skinner already? Because she's giving it to you. I mean, coming right at the defense. She's not been afraid the whole game. Just going right in there and scoring and taking the contact, too. That's what I love it.
Skinner told us the other day, Brooke, that she grew up playing with boys. She has 2 brothers. That hardened her as a player, as you would expect.
The middle child, an older brother and a younger brother. So constantly trying to be peacemaker and also referee. Come on, she's going to have that.
Skinner went 102-4 with 3 state championships in her 4 years at Ridgeline High School in Utah.
Flight work.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Dynasty. Of course, Sienna Betts, 3 state championships of her own. I mean, lots of these players would say probably only lost single-digit games or less, maybe 5 less games in high school.
Zakai Johnson won 4 of them in Louisville. Trying to throw it up at the end of the shot clock. All taken away, Davis. And Davis sticking with it. Jalea Davis, Kansas, second ever McDonald's All-American, signed with the Jayhawks out of high school. Spicer offline, going to Kansas State. Davis the first since Lauren Irvin in 2003 for KU. Paldo, no. Davis on the offensive glass. And a foul.
I like the pump fake from Davis to get Skinner up off the ground. The strength of this game, but the West getting toward that Hundy.
Get one of 6 McDonald's collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece McNuggets.
Of a girl in Louisiana. Though I'm out on the highway, my thoughts are still with her. Such a strange combination of a woman and a child. Such a strange situation, stopping every 100 miles, calling Baton Rouge. A replay of last night's events roll through my mind, except a scene or two erased by sweet red wine. And I see a truck stop sign ahead, so I change lanes. I need a cup of coffee and a couple dollars change, calling Baton Rouge. Operator, won't you put me on through? Gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up, won't you put her on the line? Gotta talk to the girl just one more time.
Milestone for so many of the greats through the years. And we get the chance to see the class of 2025 on the floor here tonight. Aaliyah Chavez, #1 player in the class, helping lead the West. They've got a 14-point lead with under 5 to play.
The East is going to make their move. They're going to have to maybe put up a press, start trapping something defensively. I don't know, though, Ted. The West has been doing too good of a job passing and spacing the floor tonight.
Jaliyah Davis from Leawood, Kansas. Stay home, play at KU at the line. Looking to split the pair here.
And she had talked to us about how much she really loves to lead and how much she learned playing with her sister about leadership and being vocal, being that player that has to hold teammates accountable, has to say something when the times are not feeling great. That's one of the hardest positions to be in.
Oh, Brooks blocked by Skinner from behind, but it'll stay here. And Emily Skinner has been everywhere.
Yeah. Has she gone out of the game yet? I'm not really sure. Doesn't seem like it.
Right. Even though they have to, it feels like she's been ever present, right? Just filling up the box score like she has throughout her high school career.
How about the defense from Isla McDowell? 2 different players, she covered it.
Eventually, Mia Paldo. Skinner looking inside. Sienna Betts. Always a good decision.
Sienna Betts did all that work before she even got the basketball. Sprinted down the floor, got big, called for it. And just that one dribble, that power dribble to put it up.
And Brooks stepped out. Turnover by the East. Paldo did it earlier, now Nyla Brooks.
And that sideline not very friendly to him over there.
One of the adjustments, you get to the college game, yeah, you're playing with the college three-point line tonight. Less space there in the corner. Davidson, the lefty, going to USC. Let's see if these can make a little run here to make it interesting in the final 4 minutes. McKeer working on Davidson. Oh, threw it away. Betts with the steal.
Thought Betts was going to give us a little three-point action there.
Instead, drive Sienna Betts for 2 more.
Did I just see a little hezzy come from Sienna Betts?
She just said she was a modern big after all. Nyla Brooks with the layup for the East. Feed Betts again. The kick. Davidson. Alexander flying in. And Brooks comes up with it. Brooks able to chase it down. And an offensive foul. Alexander taking her second charge of the night.
Love
What's
to
up,
see
Purcell,
it.
Marion?
Yeah, that's the exact kind of work you'd expect to see from a Cincinnati player right there. Get in when it matters the most, taking a defensive action, but Betts, the step through. Like to see that over McKeer. A little hezzy, and you know, we've seen her outside shot. Time to look inside, and then Alexander taking the charge full on. They love that.
So when Sienna Betts signed with UCLA, Corey Close said, she reminds me of Asia Wilson at that age. Do you see shades of that?
Well, I mean, Asia Wilson put in an incredible amount of work and watched so much film and had so much footwork to her. So, I mean, to have that kind of comparison, is great and tells you got to put a lot of work in. So that, you know, the potential is there for everybody in this game. It's what do you do with it afterwards?
Splash for Nyla Brooks. She's got big guard in her Instagram bio, 6'1". Yeah, it fits.
Big guard energy.
Chavez is fouled.
This is a game where, you know, Chavez doesn't have to score 30 or 40 points a game. So she can put on a display of her skill set, of course, passing one of her best assets. Well, no-look bounce pass through traffic. That looked easy. I promise you, it was not.
Great story on ESPN.com from Maya Jones. Aaliyah Chavez's dad, Sonny, says, my daughter has not one athletic bone in her body. At 8 years old, she asks mom and dad, can I go to a basketball camp? Her parents were stunned. Dad says, let me train you. And 1 month later, she scored 26 points in her first competitive game.
Let's go, Dad. Great training. But Aaliyah to just love the game the way that she did, and to fall in love with it and then build her name.
Final 2 minutes. Johnson lost it. Alexander ahead to Bryn McGoy. Oh, and the Euro for McGoy. Future Husky heading to UW. Timeout for the East. What a finish by Bryn McGoy.
Bryn McGoy out of Washington, staying in state. Woohoo! Hezzy crossover, love that. Or excuse me, the Euro step. I get my moves mixed up here. There's been so many. You got to remember what you're watching here.
So 98-81, the West in front with under 2 minutes to play. Brooke, what do you make of this class overall, now that we've seen some of the very best shine here in Brooklyn?
Well, you know, the West getting the top 3 players on their team certainly helped, but yeah, I think what you're seeing is the skill set every year gets that much better, and these players have spent so much time that you're seeing the best of what they can do at work. I mean, the athleticism, it just tells me the game is in great hands. And it's not just the skill set, it's the leadership, it's the recognizing of, you know, what is bigger than basketball, being here this weekend, doing the work off the floor, you know, working with the Ronald McDonald House kids at the charity. The game is in great hands, but from just a fan perspective, y'all are going to be so excited to see them in the SEC, the ACC, the Big East, all of it next year.
Addie Deal going to Iowa, coming up with the rebound for the West. Deal able to save it. And McGoy with 2 more. McGoy. West cracking 100. You were calling for the century mark. Well, we sure got it.
We got to get it. It's a McDonald's game. Nice tip.
And the tip in by McCoy. Boy, she's closing strong.
Okay, late game MVP style here.
Apaldo against Chavez. Give it up, though. Johnson over her future college teammate, Grace Knox, missed the 3. Both going to LSU. Knox. There's McCoy again underneath, putting it back in.
Is anybody going to box her out late? She said, look, I'm just going to get it. The last 10 points have all come from her.
Now Paldo against Chavez.
This is fun.
Put on the show. Oh, Chavez got a piece of it, but a foul. Fun to the very end.
Just see Paldo putting in work. The last minute spin move, trying to catch her off guard, and picks up the foul.
Paldo with 7 assists, just 1 turnover tonight. 8 points. She'll have 1 more free throw. One of the very best point guards in the class, going to Tennessee, part of that #2 recruiting class that Kim Caldwell has signed. One of 3 players in this game tonight. final seconds. Brent McCoy, why don't you shoot it?
Right. Oh, go ahead, Chavez.
Take it from the logo, why don't you? The leader off the mark. While the West steamrolls. They scored the first 18 points tonight, and they win it 104-82 in the McDonald's All-American Girls game.
A great performance, really, by both teams all week. All the players just showing up and showing America exactly why they deserve the term All-American. We have seen some incredible plays, moves, finishes at the rim, and some just incredible talent headed to the next level next year.
Every year, there's one, two handful of players. You see them shine the very next year at the college level. And as we know, at the legacy of this prestigious game, years down the road, a few of these players will certainly be at the highest level in the WNBA. Sienna Betts, the MVP this year with 16 points and 7 rebounds.
The complete game, a couple of assists. I mean, I know she was hoping probably to have more assists than points, but congratulations.
Those 2 assists came on back-to-back possessions, too, in the first half. Whipped it inside to her teammates. So Sienna Betts, the MVP, she'll join her sister Lauren at UCLA next year. And what a cool scene to get that hug from Breanna Stewart here at Barclays. Moment that she will never forget as she heads on to college. (104-82) the final. Next generation on display, including the #1 player in the country, Aaliyah Chavez, who's headed to Oklahoma. What a fun night. We hope you're with us, 9 Eastern on ESPN for the McDonald's All-American Boys game. But for Brooke Weisbrod and our entire crew, Ted Emmerich saying so long for now from Brooklyn.